Picture this, you're seconds away from the biggest result of your season. Tyres hanging on by hope, battery drained, engine doing that worrying little cough it only does when it's about to deliver greatness or explode trying. You've spent 20 laps reeling your teammate in, inch by inch, the win finally within reach. This is the moment you send it. This is the move you'll remember for years. And then the radio cuts in. Do not fight your teammate. 4 words and the whole thing collapses. Not because you ran wide, not because your tyres gave up, but because someone on the pit wall decided your perfect shot at glory is officially off limits. In that instant, Formula One stops being a clean, heroic duel and turns into something far messier. 2 drivers sharing the same strip of asphalt, the same machinery, and the same boss who'd very much like you to behave. The sport that looks like pure combat from the outside suddenly reveals its most awkward, emotional layer. Team orders, the politically charged, sometimes heartbreaking calls where one driver is told to breathe, back out, or hand over the result entirely. If you've ever wondered why a faster car refuses to attack, why a driver goes quiet on the radio, or why the cool-down room feels colder than the champagne, buckle in. This is the part of Formula One where things get personal. So, what are team orders? Let's make this simple, because every new fan hits this moment eventually. A team order is when a team tells its drivers how to behave around each other. Or, let's be honest, how not to behave. Sometimes it's blunt, let him through. The kind of message that instantly ages an entire fan base. Sometimes it hides under strategy talk. Hold position. No risk. Don't fight here. But the meaning is always the same. One driver becomes the priority, and the other becomes the supporting character for the afternoon. And this is where things get messy, where egos get bruised, radios get tense, and fans start sending paragraphs into group chats. Because every driver believes they should be the chosen one. Every team believes the championship should be the chosen one. And fans, they just want to see them fight. And if there's one race that dragged all of this into the spotlight, it's the one F1 fans still cringe about 2 decades later. The moment that changed everything. Austria 2002. Ask anyone who watched live and they'll tell you. Austria 2002 wasn't just a race, it was an event. Rubens Barrichello was untouchable all weekend. Fast in practice, controlled in the race, driving like someone who'd finally found the rhythm of his dreams. It was his win, his moment. Right up until the last lap, the last corner. And then came the call. Ferrari told Rubens to slow down and give the victory to Michael Schumacher. No subtlety, no coded language. Just a message that makes your stomach drop, even now. Rubens obeyed, Michael passed, and the crowd made sure the world knew exactly how they felt. The boos were so loud, the podium looked like everyone wanted to go home early. The fallout, massive. Team orders were officially banned the following year, and here's the important accuracy note. The ban stayed in place until 2010, but everyone knew it was impossible to enforce. So in 2011, the FIA removed the rule entirely, and teams were once again allowed to issue orders openly. From that point on, team orders became Formula One's most inconvenient open secret. And this is where the tension really begins. Why teams rely on them, and why drivers hate them. This part often surprises new fans. Teams don't issue these orders because they're bored or cruel. They do it because the margins in Formula One are microscopic. Constructors' standings are worth millions. Championship points are a currency. And swapping 2 teammates, even for a single position, can change the entire season. From the team's perspective, a well-timed order is smart resource management. From the driver's perspective, it feels like someone yanking the steering wheel out of their hands. Drivers aren't wired to say, after you. They didn't claw their way through karting, F4, F3, F2, just to become the polite teammate in the final stint. Asking them to slow down cuts straight into their DNA. You can hear it in their voice. You can see it in their body language. This is why press conferences get weird, why debriefs feel tight, why post-race handshakes last a fraction too short. even when the order makes perfect sense. Emotionally, it almost never lands clean, and nothing exposes that more than the moments that slip onto team radio. You can't talk about team orders without talking about the calls that stunned the world. There's the 2010 German Grand Prix, Ferrari telling Felipe Massa to let Fernando Alonso through with the now infamous painfully gentle line, "Fernando is faster than you." Massa had controlled the race on the anniversary of the crash that nearly ended his life, and suddenly he was asked to step aside. He lifted. Alonso passed. The heartbreak came through the broadcast. Then there's São Paulo, 2022. Red Bull asking Max Verstappen to return a place to Sergio Perez to support the championship. No shouting, no hesitation. Just Max saying, "I told you already, don't ask me that again." One line, and a private call became a global debate on loyalty and teamwork. And of course, Austria, 2002. The moment team orders became infamous was told in the final meters to slow down and hand the win to Michael Schumacher. It was so blatant the crowd booed them off the podium, and the FIA banned team orders the next season. A banned team's quietly ignored with more subtle phrasing. And even today, nothing's changed. Look at the 2024 Hungarian Grand Prix. Lando, Norris leading, Oscar Piastri clearly quicker, and McLaren trying to balance one race against a potential championship. The message to Lando was polite but unmistakable. Think big picture. And Lando didn't exactly comply. He kept pushing, kept defending, kept acting like the hint wasn't meant for him. Oscar sat behind, faster, frustrated, and trapped in the politics of team strategy in real time. Awkward, tense, peak team orders energy, without anyone saying the words, and fans felt it immediately. Moments like these reveal everything teams try to hide: the pride, the pressure, the politics, and that sharp realization that the race you were fighting for is suddenly out of your hands. Different eras, different stakes, same uneasy cocktail of loyalty and ego, and that sharp, sinking realization that the race you were fighting for is suddenly out of your hands. And today's team orders? They sound harmless, until you translate them. Modern team orders don't sound like team orders at all. They're disguised, sanitized into polite phrases that hide their true meaning. Instead of "let him through," you get "hold station." Save tyres. Think long term. Different strategies. Don't fight him. They all mean the same thing. We know you want to go for it. Don't. Sometimes drivers obey. Sometimes they pretend the radio cut out. Sometimes they ignore it and create television gold. And team orders are here to stay. If the sport could eliminate team orders cleanly, it might have tried. But here's the truth. Team orders work. They save points. They save championships. They save seasons hanging by a thread. A mid-season swap might decide a title in Abu Dhabi. A hold position call might avoid a double DNF that destroys a season. Fans may sigh. Drivers may simmer. Teams may pretend everyone races freely. But deep down, everyone knows. Team orders aren't an exception. They're the rule. They're messy. They're strategic. They're emotional. And they're not going anywhere. So what's the real reason team orders hit so hard? It isn't the politics. It isn't the strategy. It isn't even the lost win. It's the fact that team orders break the illusion. F1 looks like a pure meritocracy. Fastest wins, simple as that. But the truth is more complicated, more political, more human. One driver steps aside, one takes the win. Both have to live with it. Team orders expose ambition, frustration, sacrifice. Everything the teams try to hide behind PR. This is the part of Formula One where winning becomes a group project, even when nobody wants it to be. So the next time you hear, "Don't fight your teammate," remember, it's not a simple instruction. It's pressure disguised as calm. It's politics wrapped in strategy. It's the quiet side of the sport that decides championships just as much as talent, bravery, or raw pace. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more Formula One explained the easy way, hit subscribe. We'll keep making the fastest sport on earth simple, clear and fun.